I think we're live. Yes, we're live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thank you for joining me here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Happy Monday, everybody. Every Monday, we are live right here on YouTube to talk about, well, what I think is the most important thing in the whole wide world, which, of course, is a Royal Caribbean cruise. Sophie Burns is our first chatter in. Sophie, I can't believe how quickly you hit the let's go live right now option. Love it. Welcome. Preston is here. Hello, Preston. Chance joining us as well. Kate B, hello. Oh my, almost slipped in my chair. Jennifer McCandless, hello. Queen is here. Happy Monday from Southern California. Welcome to you. Hope from sunny Philadelphia. Brogan is here. Jude is here. Athena, what's up? Melcaps. Happy Monday to you, Melcaps. Carlos. When does the singing begin? Never soon enough. Lawrence Lindquist, welcome. Robert Ranelli, Kathy, Shayna, Donna, Linda, Kathy, hello. Lori Clark from Ohio, welcome. Jordan, hello. Kim Oakland is here. Hello, Kim. How are you? Benjamin Cohn, Michael S. in the house. Alan Stinnett is here. Ralph, what's up? Tell us something good. You know what something good is? We are another day closer to probably a cruise. Every day that goes by, statistically speaking, we should be getting closer to a cruise restarting at some point, right? Jude's Cartoons, love your YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Welcome. Happy Monday, Will Smith. Dennis Nichols, hello. Zana Brooklyn. Austin, what's up? Mark Hunter, hello. Dennis Ormond, what's up? And Mark, you don't have to write the same thing 8 times, dude. I see your comment. Just say hello. I see you in there, my friend. Good to see you here. And guys, we're here to obviously talk Royal Caribbean, answer your cruise questions, talk about what is happening in the world of Royal Caribbean. Anna Barraza from Rhode Island, welcome. Good to see you here. Chris Harwood, what is going on? Hope, love your blogs, very informative. Thank you. It's I put a lot of time into it. I'm glad you're enjoying them. MJ, still in China. 3 more days till you come home to Kissimmee. Well, hopefully you have safe travels back, but thanks for joining us here at, I don't even know what time it is in China. Grace, hello and welcome. Glad to have you here. Leland from Oklahoma. What's up, Leland? Devin, welcome, guys. Turquoise Davis, hello and welcome. Yeah, so, lots happening in the world of Royal Caribbean. I'm so glad you were joining us here to talk some Royal Caribbean cruises. Here's my question of the day for you guys. I want you to type in chat right now. First question off the bat. We're going to the deep end, all right? I want to know, do you think there will be one Royal Caribbean cruise in 2020 that wasn't in January or February? Will there be another cruise in 2020 for Royal Caribbean in 2020? Type your answer in chat right now. MJ wants to know, does Royal Caribbean refund your drink and dinner packages, or do they add it with your future cruise credit? They refund. If your cruise is canceled, MJ, they will refund it. However, MJ, there is an option to be able to give guests the option. You can take the refund, or you can opt into getting a 125% onboard credit from those purchases. But by default, it comes back. So we got some no's, we got some yeses. And again, it could be anywhere in the world. I'm not saying it has to be the US or Europe. It was, and the reason I'm bringing this up is last week, guys, Royal Caribbean said that there is still a chance that Royal Caribbean could restart cruises this year in 2 places, China and Australia. So whether or not that happens or not, who knows? But you never know. And Christopher Roscom bring up a really good point. MSC just restarted cruises in Europe for only Italians out of Italy. But hey, that's a start. I mean, you got to start somewhere. So, and Chris writes, as long as MSC Grandiosa does well, hopefully, right? Fingers crossed on that one. Nathan, Nassau banned cruise ship travel on all remaining 2020 cruises, including the Bahamas. I think they attempted to do something like that, but then they also, didn't they also walk that back? They were like, yeah, just kidding. We really want you guys to come there. But Bullseye Brave, how do I sign up for excursions? Through Royal Caribbean, it's really easy. You go to Royal Caribbean's website, you log into your account, go to your sailing, and then you can book excursions through there. Superstarian, hello and welcome. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think, I don't know. I mean, I hope. I don't even know what I think versus what I hope. But I certainly hope that there will be something, whether it's China or Australia, some sort of a limited capacity cruise that begins. I mean, let's think about this for a second. Cruising is going to, later this month, and that means either this week or next week, right? Royal Caribbean's Healthy Sail Panel is going to come back with their first set of recommendations. That's the time frame. By the end of August, we're supposed to hear back from them. So you get that end of this month, right? Now we're in August. So that still leaves September, October to really formulate those plans to get something in the works there for a resuming of sailings in one of these places. I'm not sure. Cruise Addicts with the super chat. Thank you, Cruise Addicts. Appreciate that. I move every cruise to 21, but hoping that cruising starts this year so that next year will be more settled and everything better organized. Yeah, I did the similar thing, Cruise Addicts. My cruises all got canceled, anything I had booked for this year, and I have cruises for 2021. And my hope is that there will be cruises even before I have anything booked, because I'd love to be able to book something at that point. It's one of those things where I feel like once there's an opportunity to do so, you know, they're going to will announce that, and we'll see some options there. But let's hope, Cruise Addicts, that you are right, and that they're going to kind of get the ball rolling, right? Because I would love to see some forward progress on this. I would love to be able to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So, Ralph, Ralph, I missed your message there. If feeling very confident that we'll cruise in January for our next, it's feeling very confident that we'll cruise in January for our next, I hope so, Ralph. I've got to cruise in January as well, and I would love to go on that sailing. Robert Jaworski, in theory, mine in 60 days is still a go in Australia. Yeah, I know some folks who are also booked on other Australia cruises, so we'll have to wait and see. 2475 grand, can you tell me what happens to the cruise insurance money when the cruise line cancels the cruise? Is it insurance money you got through Royal Caribbean or a third party? Kim Oakland with an epic super chat. Woo! Kim, I really like getting the drink of the day, but I may not be able to do alcohol on my next cruise because of the medicine interaction. Do the bars offer the drink of the day in mocktail form? Absolutely, yeah. It's not a premix, Kim. So pretty much any drink, any cocktail you can order, they can give you the non-alcoholic version. And granted, sometimes the alcohol, it has liquor, or sometimes some of the ingredients like alcohol has flavoring to it. Like schnapps as an example will add a certain flavor. But they can do their best. Absolutely, Kim. Absolutely. Kevin H, do you think Royal Caribbean will sell some of their smaller ships, and if so, which ones? Royal Caribbean said last week on Monday that they have no plans to do so. It's certainly a consideration, because at the end of the day, nothing is off the table. But there is nothing right now that's remotely, there's no plans to do so. So if something changes down the line, of course we'll report on that. But currently Royal Caribbean has said, actually they said it repeatedly now, different executives at different times, and as recently as last Monday, saying they don't have any plans right now to sell any ships. So, which is good, I guess. Helen, does it look that you must have the Royal Caribbean app to board in the near future? I shut my phone off as soon as I'm on the ship. You don't need it, but boy, will it make your life a whole lot easier, Helen. And listen, you can use your phone, get on the ship, and you have a number of hours, Helen. Basically, here's the bottom line, Helen. When it comes to using your phone on board a Royal Caribbean ship, you want to turn it off, that's fine. Turn it off once you get muster drill. Once the ship is starting to leave port, that's when the good reminder, turn off the phone. Prior to that, you are in port, your cell service will work fine, there's no issues. Royal Caribbean doesn't even turn on their tower until they get out to sea. So if you turn it off right when you're at sail away, you're good to go. And it's a pretty easy reminder because, it's hard to miss sail away, right? When your ship first begins. But Helen, I will tell you, no, you do not need your app, your phone or your app for that matter, to do things, but it will take significantly longer to do it the old-fashioned way. So my advice is use it up until muster drill, and then you're good to go after that. Next question is from Lightbro. I wonder how are the people going to drink and party on the ship while this COVID-19 is going on? Well, there's no one on a ship right now, Lightbro. Cruises are not happening. And, once they do resume, there's going to be some social distancing and other procedures and policies put into place. We don't know what they are yet. Royal Caribbean has not announced what they will be. But certainly there will be some new policies to make that, obviously, a little more practical. Carlos, is lift and shift from a 7-night to an 8-night possible allowed if they pay the extra night? No, you can't add on, I've got a 4-nighter and I want to add on a 3. It doesn't work that way. It's got to be the same duration. The rules are pretty stringent on that, Carlos. So what you want to do in your situation, Carlos, is get a future cruise credit and then just book the sailing you want to go on. Or, of course, find a different sailing that does match up with lift and shift. Nathan, is Wonder of the Sea still going to be sailing out of China in 2022? That's currently the plan. Nothing has been announced to the contrary, Nathan. Mark Hamill, would you recommend doing the before or after option on an Alaska cruise? I would do the land tour before the cruise, then go on the cruise. That way you can relax a little bit. You have all your energy in the beginning. If you do the opposite way, I've heard people can get a little burnt out there. So, Bullseye Brave, what do you think is the best ship for kids? They're all great. I've taken my kids on ships of all sizes. I do think in the grand scheme of things, I mean, listen, Oasis class ships are great for so many reasons, including they are the biggest ships, which offer the most dedicated space for children. So it's a great choice, the Oasis class ships. But I mean, your kids will have a great time on almost any ship in the fleet. I wouldn't really look at past beyond that. But if you're looking for a recommendation, hey man, the Oasis class, can't go wrong with that. MJ, what do you think of the rumors that Royal Caribbean will sell scrap off older ships? They're just that. They're rumors, MJ. It's just pure speculation. And again, I'm going back to what we got to go off what Royal Caribbean has said, right? You want to believe what people think or are guessing? I mean, that's fine, I guess, but it's based on nothing. It's based on hunches, right? What you really need to look at is what has the company said? And they have said this repeatedly, that they haven't sold any ships, but it's a consideration. It's kind of like saying, MJ, it's like being outside your house on your porch and be like, MJ, it's going to rain soon. Okay, it doesn't rain today. It doesn't rain tomorrow. MJ, it's going to rain soon. It doesn't rain for a week, right? And then a week later, it does actually rain. MJ, I told you it was going to rain. Like, no, you just kind of threw out a bland prediction and it finally hit. So I think the rumors are just that. Speculation, guessing, and look, it's not based on nothing, because obviously we've seen other cruise lines like Carnival primarily sell their cruise ships. Pullmantur did sell ships, or scrap ships, selling and scrapping. But that was because Pullmantur went out of business. They had a bankruptcy. So, Brett with a super chat. Brett, thank you very much. Brett, thanks for keeping the cruising community going strong during the shutdown. Man, it is crazy to me how long this has gone on, Brett, but also that we're still here, guys. You, my friends, are here every Monday with me to talk some Royal Caribbean. So thank you for being a part of the fun. And if you haven't already, because I think most of you are, but if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button below, and that allows you for YouTube to tell you when I am live, when I post a new video. That's it. So that way you don't miss out. Cindy Rendon is here. Welcome. Cindy, will they ban me forever since I got COVID-19? No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, if you're not contagious, but not forever. No, I mean, listen, they haven't announced policies, but I don't think any cruise line or any destination or airline has that kind of policy in place. So, yeah, I don't think so. Randy, why is Wonder of the Seas headed for China instead of the USA? Money, my friend. Money, 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 money. Because Wonder of the Seas is being custom built for the Chinese cruise market. And the Chinese cruise, let's take COVID-19 out of the equation for a second. China is a really burgeoning cruise market. I mean, it's really popular right now. And that's what Royal Caribbean is trying to capitalize on, because traditionally, when cruise lines put cruise ships in China, they do so, and they usually put on the kind of the older ships. Not necessarily the oldest ships, but older ships. So you can really make a splash with a brand new ship, and I think that's what Royal Caribbean is trying to do. But at the end of the day, my friends, it's all about the money. And listen, we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 Oasis class ships here in North America. So we are beyond spoiled when it comes to Oasis class ships. We're not losing out by any means. Nick Morganroth, welcome, Nick. Good to see you here. Jason Hicks, first time blog, welcome. Watch all the time from Missouri. Jason, welcome. Glad to have you here. Francisco, also first timer here. Like your channel. Question: do they allow pets? They do not allow pets on the ship unless it's a service animal, like a certified service animal. No, you can't bring pets on a ship. Wendy, would you purchase a cruise planner items for 21 or wait to make sure they will cruise again? There's really no risk in not doing so. I'll be honest with you. I think that if you book it now and lock in the price, I mean, you're going to get your money back, right? You can always cancel at any time. If Royal Caribbean cancels the cruise, the money comes back to you. The reason why you'd want to do it, Wendy, now, why you'd want to book, even though, yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity as whether or not your cruise will sail, is quite frankly because you can lock in the price now. If it's a good price, absolutely. Oh, holy moly! Benjamin Cohn with an epic super chat. Oh, just got a new job after being unemployed for 2 months. Congratulations, dude. Your live videos kept my mind off things for an hour a day. Just wish I was able to book Fun Employment Cruise in the meantime, but thank you, brother. First of all, thank you so much for your generosity. Second of all, congratulations on getting a job, a new job. I have been there. I do Royal Caribbean blog now full time, but there have been many times in which I've been laid off. In fact, the reason why I started doing Royal Caribbean blog full time was when I got laid off from my job in September. And it's a terrible feeling. It's just every day is like, oh gosh, what's going to happen next, and you're not sure what to expect in the future. But when you get a new job, my goodness, you feel like $1 million, right? All of a sudden, it feels like the clouds have parted. Brother, congratulations on the new job, and thank you for your generosity, my friend. Wowie, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jason Peterson is here. What's happening, Matt? Craving a Snack Shack crispy chicken sandwich. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Justin Hirsch is here. Justin, what's up, dude? Once cruising restarts, when do you think smaller ports like Tampa, Jacksonville, etc., will get ships back? Good question, Justin. I mean, the answer is we don't know, of course. But Royal Caribbean has said that short sailings will be the ones that will start out first. So the good news there is that, listen, the first sailings are going to be probably cruises, 3-night cruises, 4-night cruises that go to places like Perfect Day, Coco Key. Now, Tampa, Royal Caribbean doesn't go to Jacksonville, so there goes that. So really, in terms of Tampa, they go to Key West and Cozumel. And those places are open. Mexico is having a little bit of a hybrid approach where like tourist areas are open, but not other places. But I digress. I can certainly see that. It's out of Florida. It's a lot. It's the drive market. It's not a lot of people flying in. So that would be to me, Justin, that seems like a logical second tier. And again, I'm guessing. I don't know this for a fact. But like first tier, first ships out will be ones that go to Perfect Day. Mariner, Navigator. I mean, you can almost bet money on that based on what Royal Caribbean has said. But by the same token, short sailing is like Brilliance does out of Tampa. I could totally see that being next. So let's hope so. And anyway, we're going to have to wait and see what they're going to say. Oh, the insurance from the cruise line, 2475 Grant. I believe so. I buy my insurance not through the cruise line, through a third party. I get an annual plan. But I believe you do. Jackie says, if testing is in place and you test positive, so you're denied boarding, do you get a refund? I would imagine so, Jackie. I mean, I would imagine that we've seen that in the past with other situations, like with Zika virus as an example. So I would expect that to be the case here still too. Well, again, the policy hasn't been exactly put out there. So I should mention that as a disclaimer, but I would be pretty surprised if they didn't. Let's put it that way. Church planning catalyst will zip lines, laser tag, and other activities be canceled or have to come out with the plans to keep them? It's going to come out with the plans. We don't know that. It's a good question. I think at the end of the day, Royal Caribbean has said they want to deliver that fun experience, right? A little modified here and there, right? Things to make it obviously practical, but this won't be, sit in your cabin for 7 nights and, we'll let you know when you can come out of your room. They're going to want to make sure they're going to be only resuming cruises when they can still deliver a great vacation and also make sure it's a safe vacation as well. So I think there's going to be obviously attention to how to make that work, but I think those kind of activities will still remain, to be perfectly honest with you. Torres family, we lifted and shifted our 9-day Southern Caribbean December Explore Cruise in November 2021 on Odyssey, keeping our junior suite. Nice, dude. Tony Diaz is here. What's up, Tony? Welcome. Good evening, Diego. What is happening? Welcome. Next question. 4-wheeler in Florida. Do you think, when will Royal Caribbean be starting to cruise? No one knows, 4-wheeling. I wish there was some inside info. I wish there was like a hint, like, hey, let me get you guys in on the inside scoop. There isn't any. I mean, there really, truly, if I could transport all of us into Royal Caribbean headquarters, which would be weird because I don't think anyone's in headquarters right now, but if we could be sitting down with the executives, and we fed them truth serum, and we're like, here you go, now tell us when cruising will resume, they will probably say, we don't know. Because there's just not enough information and too many variables to truly know when that'll occur. So 4-wheeling, the answer is nobody knows. And the longer answer is nobody knows. It's kind of a wait and see game, and anybody who tells you otherwise is simply just guessing. They're just they're speculating, quite frankly. So, Zach, I know they're talking about only allowing 2 people per room, which, by the way, I don't know who they are, but that's not accurate at all. Maybe other cruise lines, but not Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean has not said anything to that effect. But if we have a grand suite 2-bedroom, it makes me wonder if they'll make an exception. Yeah, Zach, I don't know where you got the information from, but Royal Caribbean has not said anything to that effect. Again, if the other cruise lines, that could be, I can't speak for that, but I can tell you definitively, a policy like that has not even been, I've not seen it mentioned by any executive at Royal Caribbean. So I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but it hasn't been announced yet. So it's hard for me to speculate on a speculation, if that makes sense. Drinks are on Benjamin. Dude, it's incredible. I think it might be the biggest super chat we've ever gotten from Benjamin. Maybe somebody did higher once. I can't recall certainly, but Yeah, wowie, wow, wow. What a great way to start off our chat, our weekly chat here with I mean, just huge amount of generosity from our community. I mean, this is something, guys, that I've always been so proud of the community we have here at Royal Caribbean Blog, right? I'm not about like, hey, man, let's just get like as many followers as we can. Let's get like, I don't care about that. I'd rather have friends in here, a Benjamin Cohen, a Kim Oakland, a Tony Diaz, Sherry, Mel Caps, right? I want people that I can be like, yeah, I know who those guys are. Absolutely. I can tell them just by looking at their avatar who they are, and we kind of know each other. Like, to me, that friendship is way more important than like, okay, how many views can I get on this? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about the numbers, it's about the friends here. And I want to go back to what Brett said earlier, he said, thanks for keeping the cruising community going strong during the shutdown. And listen, man, it's a struggle because there's no cruises going on. A lot of people have checked out mentally, like, all right, we'll come back, when obviously cruises resume. But you guys have stuck with me, have been there. You're in my foxhole with me, right? And I appreciate that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking time every Monday, hanging out with me here on YouTube. Obviously, anybody who takes the extra step that's not necessary, but always nice but again, not expected, not asked for. If you want to take the step to do a super chat, wonderful. But my goodness, the camaraderie and the dedication that you guys show is the reason why I'm here. Because if you guys didn't show up, I'd be playing video games instead. Because I do this for you guys. I really love it. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Andy is here. Welcome. Sherry says, I will have a very special guest from Royal Caribbean on Saturday. Whoa, spoiler alert, Sherry. When is that on Saturday? 5 we purchased a cruise insurance from a company not through Royal Caribbean. Will they refund it if the cruise gets canceled? That you'd have to talk to the insurance company for. 5 It really, I can't speak for them. I hope so. Scott J, we're in the November 2021 group cruise. Went through my agent, so how do we sign up with you? There's nothing to sign up, Scott. Basically, once we get closer to the sailing, Scott, and by say closer to the sailing, within final payment date, so let's see, October, September, about August, about a year from now or so, we'll start working on the schedule of events, Scott, and I'll post the schedule of events on our website, and there's also a Facebook group for our sailing, and it will be in there as well. So there you go. Next, Jason Peterson, thanks for the Royal Caribbean cruise chat after a long, crazy 12 shift at the hospital. My goodness, wow. But good for you, man. Working those hospitals, man. You guys really keeping the world going. Randy, have you heard anything from the Royal Caribbean Norwegian Joint Board on safety recommendations of the CDC? When will they send their recommendations? Good question, Randy. The first step is they're going to give their recommendations to the cruise lines, and that is expected to be by the end of this month. We don't know when. Could be tomorrow. It could be next week. Who knows? But yeah. Jeffrey, I missed a first timer, and I'm sorry. Jeffrey, my chat, unfortunately, if I scroll too fast, like it goes all the way down. Jeffrey Davies, first time live. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Light Bro, wonder if Royal Caribbean is going to be giving different discounts on board. For like drink packages, things like that. They typically do. However, I have found, and granted, things may change when cruising resumes, but I have still found it to be way cheaper to book it before the cruise on the website. Kyle, sorry, press send too soon. I'm staying in a suite. Is it better to book in advance or wait to get on the ship and have concierge do it? Book in advance. Unless you're in Star Class, in which you have a Royal Genie, unless you're in that category, book it all in advance still. So, what is Star Class? Mark wants to know. Star Class is the upper echelon of suites on Royal Caribbean ships, only available on the Oasis and Quantum class ships. It's basically you get a Royal Genie in addition to the room you have, and that's basically it's like a butler / concierge. It's really impressive, and they're basically there to take care of anything you need any time of the day. Brent Ferguson, baby Emma says hi. Oh, we miss baby Emma. Oh, Brent has a really, really cute daughter. We've hung out with them on cruises, and I can't help because, of course, I can relate to children under 3 years old because I have the same attention span as them, and it's always fun playing with their kids. Brogan, how close is Fort Lauderdale, Miami? Thinking about doing a back-to-back. Is Fort Lauderdale quite easy to get from Miami? Yeah, they're like with no traffic, which is pretty unusual, but with no traffic, it's like a 30-minute drive, maybe, even a little closer than that. But it's very easy to get from Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and vice versa. Major highways all around, like 1,000 ways to get there. You'll have plenty of time, Berg, especially if you're like, Cruise A is in Fort Lauderdale and then Cruise B is in Miami. You'll have plenty of time to get over there. Not to worry one bit. Kenny, is that saying kits 2 ships for cold storage? No. Basically, all that means, Kenny, is that, and Kenny's talking about the blog post today that I posted at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com about saying kits is basically cleared 2 Royal Caribbean ships, Rhapsody and Vision of the Seas, to be able to stop there. Right now, Kenny, Royal Caribbean ships are kind of going to other ports like Miami, Southampton, Barbados, to periodically they'll come into port, they'll stop, they'll let people off, and resupply, all that kind of stuff there. All this thing, there's no mention of cold layup or anything like that. All this today's announcement is that previously these ships weren't allowed to actually come into port and do all those things I just mentioned. Now they are. People are speculating about cold storage, but I don't know where they're coming up with them. They're just making it up, quite frankly. So, Matt Rear, good evening. I am doing well, Matt. Good to see you here, my friend. The GOAT, welcome. Good to see you here. Francisco, does Royal Caribbean have an ER or medical staff at all? Yes, they do. Yeah, there's a medical center. There's a doctor on board. There's nurse staff on board. They can handle most. I don't want to necessarily call it emergencies, but they can handle a lot of things. At least triage it until the ship gets to a hospital or something like that. But yes, the medical facilities on board are pretty impressive because not only do they have to obviously accommodate guests, but also crew as well. I've actually been down there a couple times. Unfortunately, my daughter has gotten sick here and there, and they do a great job. So, but yes, there is that on board. Glenn Eastman, even if our cruise on Symphony next April doesn't happen, we can always reschedule for a better time, and that is reassuring. And I agree 100%, Glenn. I'll tell you, the Cruise with Confidence program, all these new policies that have come out to put our minds at ease about, we can make plans, but we're not married. They're not written in stone. As a consumer, I love it. It makes it, you don't have to worry that like, oh gosh, am I committing to something I don't want to go on, right? Greg and Dobbs with a super chat. Wow, epic super chat. I think that deserves a whoo. Thank you. Pooji, my avatar is different on Facebook. Yeah, but you're Pooji. Like, you're just the Pooji. I know who you are in here, right? Of course, there's not too many other Poojis in here, but... Chip Gaines, good evening. Been researching my Alaska cruise next May. Dude, Chip, if you haven't seen it already, you may have done so. At RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com and our YouTube... Actually, there's a YouTube video I've done on here. Either way, it's on both areas. About some of the mistakes and things I did right in Alaska. Make sure you check that out, because it's really, really helpful, quite frankly. So... Carlos says, I say sing your heart out. Oh, I'm sure Tony's going to love that one. What podcast episode was Nick Weir on? Nick was on... And Greg and Dobbs, thank you really for your generosity. Wow. Nick was on, I think, 2 episodes of the podcast, was he not? He was on... hold on a second. Episode 46. I've talked to him so many times, it's hard to keep track. Episode 46, we had him on. We were talking about the entertainment on Quantum of the Seas. The GOAT, do you remember me? Of course, dude. You've got a name that's hard. It's not like, John Smith. Of course I do. Zach says, one of the questions of the CDC questionnaire was about limiting cabins to 2 people. I suspect folks with kids won't like that. Yeah, but Zach, remember, that's just like a suggestion or an idea. It's not like a policy that's been there. But I agree. I don't know how practical that is. And Zach, I'm not sure if that kind of approach is what other cruise lines have been doing, like TUI Cruises in Germany or MSC now in Italy. If that's been the thing, I haven't paid that close attention to it. But until, Royal comes up with the policy like themselves, again, it's a hypothetical on a hypothetical, so it's not like, it is impossible to answer. But but I do agree that it'd be pretty impractical from a lot of, especially for suites and things like that, right? Matthew Henning, welcome. Glad to see you here. Next question. Audrey, by the way, travel agents are not paid if the cruise is canceled, as you previously stated they do not. Audrey, you are incorrect in the sense that Royal Caribbean is protecting the commissions for canceled cruises. So traditionally, if a cruise is canceled, you'd be right. travel agents would not be compensated. However, since the beginning of the pandemic, Royal Caribbean has and still continues to protect the commissions of canceled cruises. So that's been the policy since day one of the shutdown in which cruises have been canceled. Eco, when will this company be back again? I hope soon. I mean, the thing that I've said, it's kind of cliched. It's not kind of, it is cliched to say, but I think it's absolutely true. The old saying that, it's always darkest before dawn. It's pretty dark. So let's hope that we are getting very close to that resumption. But Eka, unfortunately, we don't have any indication yet when that'll be. Ben, do you think buffets are a thing of the past? No, Royal Caribbean has said definitively, like verbatim, buffets will still be there. It'll be modified. There will be some changes to it. It will not be the same way it was before, but the Windjammer buffet will still be there. That comes from Royal Caribbean's vice president of dining. I think he's a food and beverage. Lincoln D'Souza, I forgot his exact title. But he said definitively, let me say it louder with people in the back kind of thing. Michael S., how many cruises do you have booked for 21 and beyond? That's a good question, dude. How many do I have? I have at least 2 because there are 2 group cruises in 21. I have January on Brilliance. That's 3. I rebooked Odyssey for November. That's 4. I think I have another 1 or 2. I think I have something like, I want to say about 5 or 6 on the books right now, Michael. Obviously, as well as anyone, that as soon as they start resuming, I'll be going back to task on that. I'll be making up for lost time. Jeffrey Davies, when cruising starts again, will people that live in Georgia be able to go to Florida to go on a cruise if only people in Florida can go on people in California? No, absolutely. I don't think they'll, I mean, number one, Jeffrey, there's no Florida law that prohibits people from Georgia coming in. So number one, no, I don't think that'll be the case. And number two, I don't expect Royal Caribbean to come up with something like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't, it doesn't seem like if the states aren't instituting a law like that the cruise line would. So I don't think that would be an issue that I would certainly be concerned, at least not right now, obviously. Things could change, but yeah. Excuse me. Zach, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you being in here, my friend. Mark Hamill, which of us the nicest regular main dining room? I think the Voyager or Freedom, because they're both the same. I think it's the most classic, fabulous looking main dining room. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the nicest looking main dining room? Pardon me. I think the Voyager Freedom class, that is it's 3 decks, it's large, to me, it is, when I think of main dining rooms, I think of those kind of dining rooms right there. Next question is from Penelope Perry. Hello, Penelope. Good to see you here. We received our refund for our cruise planner purchase for my canceled cruise. Will our account get credited the $50 onboard credit we used? We received our refund for our cruise planner purchase. Where did you get the onboard credit from, Penelope? I understand what you're saying, but if the onboard credit, Penelope, was you booked on a particular sale and that was a sales promo, you will not get that onboard credit. If you booked with Next Cruise and that came from Royal Caribbean in that regard, that should come back to you. Does that make sense? So, whoa, Matthew Henning with a super chat. Thank you, Matthew. I have 3 cruises booked. By the way, great name. I have 3 cruises booked in 2021, 2 shorter, 1 longer. I thank you for keeping a stiff upper lip during this time. Keep the Kraken flowing, my friend. Thank you, my friend. I don't know. I know what a stiff upper lip is. It's usually what we talk about British people, but I don't actually know what that means. So, thank you, I think. And the Kraken will be flowing. I promise you that. Usually when I get off, when I finish this broadcast here and I get off the computer, I go and grab myself some. So I think that'll be a good idea for today. Athena wants to know, what's Lime and Coconut? Lime and Coconut is a bar / outdoor, I won't call it club, outdoor nightlife scene. Royal Caribbean on some ships, some of the newer refurbished ships have taken some of the bar concepts on the pool deck and redone them, reimagined them, so that the bar scene is a little different and promotes more of it's not just a bar, it's a place to hang out kind of vibe, and that's the best thing I can say right there. Michael S., my travel agent, emailed me on Monday, today, informing me she has found a discount for me, saving $288 for your February 21 Allure cruise. Nice, dude. Nice. Independence is a good dining room. Brian Booth, the only ship I've been on is Liberty, so that was the nicest dining room I've been in. That's fair. But I agree with Zach. Voyager class dining rooms have that fantastic 3-level grand staircase. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Ron Ladowski. Hello, Ron. Freedom of the Seas, I love the staircase right down the middle of the dining room. Yeah, I mean, they have the dining room. I mean, to be fair, the Radiance class has the staircase in the back, right, as well, right in the middle. But, you know, Voyager and Freedom class, 3 decks. It's that beautiful white veneer. Is that the word? I don't know. You know, it's grand. It's like when you walk in there, it really is like, wow, it's palatial. You know, it's really impressive. So from that standpoint, yeah, that's why I kind of lean towards that direction as well. North of 60. The dining room I'm sitting at is always the best. Now, that is hard to argue with, my friend. Absolutely. Carlos, better ship, Symphony or Odyssey? Both ships are available for a cruise I'm looking at. They're not better or worse, Carlos. It's a matter of what you're looking for, what they have to offer. I wouldn't look at it as which ships are better, because you're not, that's not a, it's an impossible question to answer. Instead, what I suggest you do is say, say, self, what am I looking for in a cruise? What am I looking for in a ship? What do I want? Do I want to have water slides? Well, if you want water slides, Odyssey's not for you. Do you want to have, I don't know, a specific Broadway show? Maybe Odyssey's not for you. Are you looking for the North Star? Are you looking for the Ripcord, skydiving simulator? Odyssey is for you. Are you looking to go to, certain destinations, right? Those are the questions you have to come up with. They're both great ships. There's no denying that. It's really a question of, again, what are you looking for in the ship? What do you want to have on there? And does that ship have it? So it comes down to third and fourth level considerations at that point, which is totally fine, And of course, the answer that some people will say, and they would be right, is you book them both and then you tell me what you think. In the name of research, try them both out, Carlos. Mark, is there an additional charge for iFly or Northstar? No, outside of China. In China they do charge, but outside of it, nope. Complimentary, my friend. Kenny, looks like more pool bar space to use, and they added little huts around the top. Shady place. Yeah, the casitas. Yeah, they've done a great job. But the pool deck refurb on Navigator, and even Odyssey as well. Really, really impressive. Mariner did a great job. Love it. Sarah's got a question for me. In Alaska, would you pick Skagway or Ketchikan Itinerary? Ooh. I have not been to Ketchikan. I've been to Skagway. But I think I would probably pick Ketchikan. I think it's got a little more going for it. Skagway's beautiful. Really cool. I would probably say that I give an edge to Ketchikan. It's a smidge more authentic, a little more to do there. But they're both great choices. I mean, Skagway, if you're doing Skagway and Juneau, Skagway obviously I think stands out really. Their downtown area is fabulous. And there's a lot to do that you can do, as soon as you leave the area and go out to the surrounding spots. But I think Ketchikan, by a nose, answers it over there. Joe, do you like playmakers outside the near Aqua Theater like on Symphony or the Promenade like Mariner? I think I like it more in Mariner because I like air conditioning, Joe. My problem with playmakers, I'll be honest with you guys, the menu's great. The beer selection, fantastic. The problem with playmakers is I have always found playmakers to be extremely slow service-wise. Like, they just don't have enough people working there. And for that reason, I generally don't go there because especially to eat, it's always waiting forever for it. So, but I would pick one on the promenade because I like the air conditioning. I don't like sweating. Camille Bonds with a super chat. Camille, thank you so much. Hi, Matt. Thanks for keeping our spirits up. If you could be on any ship right now, which ship and why? Oh, ooh. Harmony of the Seas, my favorite cruise ship. It's got the best of everything. It has everything I want. Sabor, Izumi Hibachi, great bars, beautiful areas, water slides, Adventure Ocean for my kids. Yeah, I would definitely pick. It's my favorite ship. You know what I mean? And Camille, when it comes down to that, I'm going with my heart on that one, right? Although it's not for anything. You put me on any ship. And Randy Patrick with an epic super chat. Woo! Randy joining late, working hard tonight, but hey, 459 days until the group cruise to Thanksgiving 2021. Dude, we're under 460. Thank you guys. Thank you, Camille. Thank you, Randy, for your generosity. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Mike V, do you think the shows will change on ships when they resume sailing? No, not at all. In fact, I think although I have nothing to bake, I have a 0% chance. 0% chance that'll happen. It's too expensive. They don't got the money for it. So, that requires money. They don't have any money. 0% chance of that occurring. Eastern Caribbean or Western Caribbean, Brogan? Flip a coin. It doesn't matter. They're both great. They have their advantages. There's some places I like better on both, but flip a coin. Perry got disconnected, so trying to post again. Is the Ultimate Dining Package worthwhile on Quantum, or should I wait till on a Oasis class? No, it's great on a Quantum class ship. Are you kidding? Great idea. Absolutely. Definitely worthwhile. Kyle Mikasel, I hope I said that right. Hey, Matt and others, if you're a union member like LifeMart, is offering 30% off every guest as well as kids sale free. I hate to be the one to tell you this, Kyle. It is a good deal, but it's offered to everybody. That's not a exclusive for you guys. I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or pop your bubble, but that deal's for everybody. I'm sorry. Honey, my wife's gonna ask me after this broadcast, how was your broadcast? She never asked me that, but if she were to ask me that, I would say, hey, it was great. You know, I saw my friends and I ruined some guy's dream. I'm sorry. Nathan, does the Independence of the Seas have teen services such as the Amplified Teen Services? They have a teens club and they have special events for that. Yeah, Nathan, what you can do is look at a past cruise compass for Independence of the Seas and you'll get a pretty good idea of what to expect. Hey, Zach, it's all good, dude. I mean, sometimes I may change my mind, but in the grand scheme of things, because there's so many great ships, I just pick my favorite and go from there. I would say, going back to that question that Camille asked me earlier about any ship I'd be on, I love Harmony, but I would absolutely love to go on Oasis, Brilliance, Mariner, Navigator. I love those ships as well. So, you know, it's not like it's Harmony and there's everything else. It's very contested in my mind. Sport Crazy, what's up, dude? When we booked Odyssey of the Seas through Next Cruise program, we were on Allure and it was canceled. Will I get the $100 credit per person transfer to the next cruise? Oh, the credits? You should, yes. Talk to your travel agent, but that credit should follow you around. So I believe that's the case. Tim Gallagher, what's up, dude? Don't worry about being late. I'm so glad you're joining me here, Tim. Thank you. And by the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. It amazes me that we have so many people who watch my YouTube stuff and don't subscribe. It's just a phenomenon across YouTube. It's not just my channel. But if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. It's free to do so. You can unsubscribe. All it's going to do is just basically tell you, hey, Matt is live. Hey, Matt has posted a new video. So that way you don't miss out on it. Let's see here. Ben, any ports or itineraries you would not recommend? No, I think there's always a good argument to be made for any of those. I would say this, Ben. The only reason I would not pick, if you're a first-time cruiser, never cruised or only done maybe one or two, I don't think an extremely long cruise like a transatlantic is a good idea. Only because, not to say you'd have a guaranteed bad time, but I don't think it's the kind of itinerary that new cruisers should be going towards. It's really geared towards established cruisers, right? From that reason, I wouldn't recommend that one. Beyond that, I certainly don't have any kind of inkling as to what would or wouldn't be other ones I wouldn't recommend. At that point, I think beyond that, I think we're really talking about really preferences and things of that nature. But I generally think that even a first-time cruiser, you know, I wouldn't necessarily recommend Alaska for first-time cruiser or a med cruise because I just think there's so much going on. But they're still great cruises. I think we'll have a great time on them. You know what I mean? It's a good question, though. Queen says, which would you recommend for an Alaska cruise, non-quantum class, for kids 12, 6, and 4? Well, you only have two other choices. If it's not quantum class, because the quantum class is the way to go, you've either got Radiance or Serenade. They're both Radiance class ships. They're both great. Flip a coin, because same difference. But the quantum class is more for kids, but still great. Radiance class is great. So, yeah, either one, Radiance or Serenade is not a bad choice. Kyle, your first roller coaster cruise is going to be Harmony of the Seas. Nice, dude. Love that ship. Luke, my wife and I know that Royal Caribbean ships are relocating to Europe, but no itineraries have been announced. We don't want to book with another company. Should we bet on Royal Caribbean announcing itineraries for the Med 2020? No. In fact, I'm pretty sure already, Luke, the European cruise season for 2020 is officially dead. That was the part of the last cancellation thing there. So there's not going to be a Royal Caribbean cruise in Europe in 2020, period. Sorry. I thank you guys for the very kind words there. I really appreciate it. You guys are super awesome. JP, ever gotten a massage on a ship? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Absolutely. My wife goes all the time. I've gone a couple times. I'm not the world's biggest, I like massages, but you know, they feel good at the time, but then I don't feel like, I feel amazing like the next couple of days. My wife does. For me, it just felt good at the time. But it's fun. It's a good way to splurge. Next question. LaRonda James, NASA or Cozumel? Cozumel. And it's for one reason. There's a lot of other good reasons, but one reason. The food. Mexican food, man. Love Mexican food. Absolutely. Perry, Alaska was my first cruise. Spectacular. It makes other routes seem undramatic by comparison. I would agree on that. Yeah, and hey, listen, at the end of the day, it's a great way to cut your teeth on it. But it's a long way to go for your first cruise, but still, not a mistake. just more, we're talking, in the grand scheme of things, but glad to hear you like it. Yeah. Zach, it will sound like a super chat if I ever meet Matt in person. I'll be like, what? Hey, man, I hope we do so. Zach, on a cruise ship at some point, because that'll be great. We got to do, at some point, we'll do like a YouTube Royal Caribbean blog group cruise. Something like, you got to be on the YouTube channel. I don't know how we enforce that, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'd love to do a cruise with all of you guys on there. That's why we do the Royal Caribbean blog group cruises, but I hope we get a chance to be able to cruise with each and every one of you guys, because it's a lot of fun. It really is, You guys know that, but it's always nice when we can have, like, hey, you get to actually meet the people in the chat, right? Ben, I have a feeling you're a hot shot on the Flow Rider. Ben, you should check out, I actually wrote a blog post. I thought it was going to go up today, but it's going to go up tomorrow. Anyway, I think you'll be singing a different tune based on that blog post. Mike Pastori, Matt is pretty cool in person. Thanks, Mom. Now, I've hung out with Michael a couple times at bars doing some Orlando meetups, and it's always cool to We got to hang out and talk Royal Caribbean with other folks. A lot of fun. North of 60. I live in Northern Canada. If I want to see ice and snow, I look out my window. That's true. Then you go to the Caribbean for that. So, guys, I really appreciate all of you joining here. Glamp, when's my next cruise? My next cruise right now is in January on Brilliance of the Seas. That's how it is right now. So, guys, I'm gonna head on out of here. Really appreciate everybody joining me. I want to say some thank yous again. Randy Patrick, thank you. Camille Bonds, thank you. Matthew Henning, thank you. Greg and Dobbs, thank you. Benjamin Cohn, again, thank you so much. Brett, thank you. Kim Oakland, thank you. And Cruise Addicts, thank you for joining. Thank you for all your generosity, guys. Really, just round of applause. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who is here. You guys rock. Thank you for joining me here each and every Monday. I mean, some of you guys are on, I don't even know how many weeks you've been here straight. Join me each and every time. And even if you're not here every week, doesn't matter. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me, hang out, talk cruising, hear me sing, whatever the case is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. There's a lot of new blog posts up there today. And there's more stuff coming up this week. So fear not. A lot of new stuff coming at you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And whoa, pump the brakes there. Beep, beep. Gary Miola Jr. with the super chat. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, my friend. See you next week, Gary. Wait, see you next week, Matt. Well, I'll say back to you. See you next week, Gary. Appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there, but do something fun. That's very important as well. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.